Gregory Wayne Driscoll, and I was born in Louisville, Kentucky in December 22nd, 1965. Well, my first official business was Driscoll Diversified Brokerage, which was a company that brokered oil field equipment off the north slope of Alaska into what we called the lower 48 when I lived in Alaska. That was the first business, and it pretty much flopped like it probably should have at that young age and that much experience. But I spent a lot of time as an entrepreneur working for other businesses and learning everything from finance to construction management, that type of stuff. But the companies that I have founded most recently would be Progress Management Group, which is a company that manages multiple small businesses. Driscoll Holdings, which is really just a holdings organization for patents and other opportunities. I've founded Safer Roads, which is a company that most of my businesses surround the traffic area, the transportation and so forth. We design and develop products for road maintenance and parking area maintenance. So let's see. So there's Progress Management Group, there is Safer Roads, Driscoll Holdings, Detectable Warning Systems of Florida. Those are the devices that you see on the corner of all the intersections, and you have to step on them until you know they're like little bumps on the road. So Detectable Warning Systems. And then Professional Pavement Products, that's our current primary company, and that's 18 years old. Started in 1996. Okay, so I wouldn't want to have that conversation. I wouldn't. And here's the reason, is because I am who I am today because of everything I did. For every second in my life, I made a decision, I thought a thought, whatever it might be. So all that stacked up to be where I am today and who I am today. And I personally am happy with who I am today. And so my risk at going back and warning or saying don't, I've been married twice. At 20 years old, I married a young lady that I shouldn't have married. If I'd go back and tell her to say I wouldn't marry, then I wouldn't have a 23-year relationship that I have now with my current wife, because I wouldn't have learned the lessons of that marriage, as an example. So I believe that it's kind of like the question of, would you ever change anything you did? And I lived through some I've been in plane crashes, or a plane crash. I've been in a hotel fire. I've been in, I've been bankrupt. I've done it all and made the mistakes and been in the events. But I really honestly wouldn't want to have a conversation with myself. Well, I think what has happened is I had an employer years ago that I started working for, actually in the industry that I'm in now. And he told me, he said, Greg, one day money won't mean as much to you as it does now. And I was in my 20s, lower 20s. And I respected his wisdom. He was much older than I was. And I think that that changed, that my desire for material things changed. Now that's because I can get it. Also, it's kind of, I've said many times, I don't want to necessarily buy that. I want to be able to afford to buy that. So that's kind of, that's the transition has been eye-opening, growing and understanding that I can take those assets that I've accumulated and I can help others. Whether it be we support an orphanage in Jacksonville, which is really close to my heart, because I was, at 14 years old, I didn't know what I was doing, where I was going, doing a lot of wishing but not a lot of working, type thing. So I think that I've learned the importance of giving back. And I think a lot of us here at this meeting has learned that, especially if we're in that stage, and that was mentioned at one time. But I love the idea of helping others, whether it be helping them in educating them as how to be a better entrepreneur, or it would be to help them buy a meal for them, whatever it might be. But I think I've recognized that we can do so much more with our wealth and with our material things than just satisfy our own needs. So that would be it.